the second game of the night. Here we've got Bill versus WhiteLiger, also known as, I believe, Bayushi Shiro. On Discord. These guys are going to be kicking off in a minute or two here, and this is going to be an extremely exciting match. Let's start with Bill's deck here while we're waiting a few minutes. So Bill is on Lion Crab this season. His splash is the mountain does not fall at 1x, reprieve at 3x, and skirmisher at 3x. So reprieve and skirmisher are a very standard package that give you longevity for your characters and credible covert threat out of hand, which proves to be very powerful in a lot of clans. Unfortunately, you can't run the Pathfinder's Blade as a keeper clan, so instead he includes that 1x mountain does not fall. Notably, the mountain does not fall combos with charge, so you can charge in a character on defense, mountain it, then attack in on offense, and reprieve that character at the end of round. So that's very likely to be what Bill is trying to do with this deck. His province row is Fertile Fields, Ancestral Lands, Feast or Famine, Shameful, and Art of War. So for a keeper, it's a very strong row with a lot of threats, and pretty standard. Now our Scorpion player is on Crane Splash, which you don't often see. He's running no attachments, although I don't believe Bill is running any attachment hate, so no dead cards there. And 2 Outwit, 3 Test of Skill, 2 Admit Defeat are the notable cards in this matchup, as well as running Kachiko at 3x and Adept of Shadows at 2x. So not nearly as many cheaper high-impact characters as you would normally see out of a lot of Scorpion lists, and no Meek Informant either. So while he does pack 3 policy debates, hand knowledge will be a little harder to come by. So we're in the game now. They're still setting up. It looks like WhiteLiger has first player. We're seeing 2 Dynasty Mulligans for WhiteLiger and only 1 for Bill, so Bill must already have a pretty strong flop. Yeah, Bill with that Obstinate, Recruit, Steadfast, and Staging Grounds. If he has a charge, that Honored General is also very strong. So this is a really good start for Bill. WhiteLiger has a Fawning Diplomat, Miyako, and Liar. Miyako, an interesting include with the conflict characters that he has. It's really going to be recurring the Adept of Shadows is how he'll get value from that include. So we see a duped up Miyako. Will we see a Liar to threaten a counterspell? Or are we just going to see a pass? Yeah, we do see the Liar with 0 fate. So I think Bill can be pretty confident doing a low bid into this turn, even especially if he has a if he has a charge already. So really just upgrading his charge targets here with flipping that to Turi. Being able to chuck that in the bin this turn could also be a good move if he's going to Spirit Call it later. Yeah, just hard casting the Honor General. And faking out a 5-1 bid. So that Obstinate Recruit cost him no fate. It didn't even cost him a Dynasty spot because of the Staging Grounds, and he convinced a Scorpion to 1 bid on turn 1. So I have to think that exchange was in Bill's favor. He now has 9 cards to 5 and a very strong board. Honor General threatening Toturi. So quick break on Art of War. That break was 1 hour 5 minutes faster than the previous game that I casted today. So Bill's going to be able to covert around the only defender here. The only card in WhiteLiger's deck that can defend this directly would be the Adept of Shadows from hand. And he's only drawn 6 cards, so not particularly likely to have it. So here we're just going to be looking to see if there's a way of the Scorpion to try to prevent that break. It doesn't even use the Shameful Display before allowing it to break. I do question that choice. Flipping the Honor onto the Skirmisher could have been worth it there. So both players playing very quickly and trading breaks. Bill getting 3 cards for his break to nothing for WhiteLiger. Now we reveal Feast or Famine. And Scorpion's only 1 skill off of breaking. A Bonsai or a Sword would be enough here to steal that 3 fate off of that Miyako. Yeah, and we see the Bonsai come out. Because Miyako can't be assassination, there's no way out of this now. Can't bow it, can't get it down below 4 with Dishonor. Can't even Way of the Scorpion this, so yeah, this is gonna happen now. It's gonna be 2 breaks, but there's gonna be no board for Scorpion on turn 2. We do see the assassination on the Steadfast Samurai, though. It does prevent the second attack from Bill. Yeah, chat saying that the bid 1 was probably just wrong here. I definitely agree. It was a bit of a mind games from Bill opening with the Obstinate Recruit. It's a no-fade investment, especially with the staging grounds. It can affect how your opponent bids when your opponent really just wants to 5-bid anyway. I will say this is the most fade I've ever seen on a skirmisher. So Bill's deck is going to live up to its name of Sticky Swarm by the time the game is over. Oh my god, this is a ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous flop for Bill. Correspondingly shitty flip for Liger. With only 5 conflict characters, what's he going to do with this? Yeah, Bill's going to equalize or get ahead on breaks this turn with no difficulty at all. Hey Joe. I agree. Feast or Famine is not a well-designed card. It doesn't do a lot for the game. I think anytime you see something really bizarre, like your opponent buffing your characters or assassinating your own characters, or just not being able to declare conflicts for turns on end, you know there's a problem somewhere. And with, let's see how many, yeah, Bill's on 3 for Greater Glory, so there's a very strong chance that none of these characters are leaving play this turn because there's no ability for um, Liger to actually cancel it. Um, well, he does have the favor, but on 0 censure. So I've actually never seen this before. This Scorpion player is on 3 Fawning Diplomat and 0 censure. Dropping in the Out of Shadows to avoid unopposed. I'm not sure I would spend that fate. Must just not have Kachiko. So I expect Bill to 5-bid here. Nope. Yep. Okay, yeah, so they both 5-bid. So turning that 2 to 1 advantage into something, but we see 2 for Greater Glories. So that didn't work at all. We'll say that having 2 for Greater Glories here is very fortunate for Bill. Having 2 censures is correspondingly crappy though. So overall a pretty average hand. Very few buffs for a Lion player in the hand. And he's drawn no charges yet. Yeah, Soldier Token noting in the chat that Bill is a good enough player, the runner-up in Season 1 and with very good performances in later rounds of the tournament that, or later seasons of the Discord League, that he wouldn't do an all-in attack with a bunch of 1 political skill characters into this board with only 1 for Greater Glory. He would have taken a much more cautious line if he didn't have the ability to force this through. Okay, trading court games. Well, court games trading with the 1 fate for the Socio-Illusionist. And we do see a 3rd break for Bill. So he has to play a little carefully here, because he's unlikely to get his own 3rd break. Um, oh, this is interesting. Yeah, Bill keeps his guy standing. He's got another court games, but this character has... So this is actually an interesting attack. I guess I don't know what card he drew off of Fertile Fields, so we'll wait and see what he does here. Yeah, I think it's very notable that Bill is playing a tempo game and has fallen behind. He won't be behind on board next turn, but Scorpion does have tricks, and they've held back 5 fate. Giving a free card to Scorpion's never good. The obvious play here for Scorpion is to, if they want to prevent this Miyaku Kabe guard from honoring itself, they can pull back the adept and put it back down. Or I guess they should wait and see if he even buffs it up first. I would think Bill would want to stand the Kabe guard as opposed to revealing cash if he had no follow-up play. Um, Now he's vulnerable to the second Adept of Shadows. And he doesn't get the favor. Um, Bill's on no assassination. Scorpion player's on 2 bonsai, no attachments. So um, it's not likely that Bill's dead here, but he could be. Oh yeah, good point. I didn't notice the palace, so thanks chat. Yeah, Bill discarded the best card from his hand. He didn't need reprieve now, but it could still be good next turn. Yeah, both of these decks are pretty interesting. The Scorpion player's on 3 test a skill, 2 admit defeat, and Bill's on 3 skirmisher, 3 reprieve, and 1 mountain. No, this is actually the Season 5 round of 64. Bill is a fan of sort of off the beaten path decks. Okay, no really amazing targets for Axris this turn. Um, Bayona easily fitting her condition of having 3 other Bushi in play. Gifted Tactician's also pretty decent here with the 2 storehouses. Um, just counting up the political available to Liger, and it's quite a lot. Liger thinking about what to do next, which is actually an interesting conundrum. They've got 2 Adept of Shadows in hand and 5 other cards, a Heroe and a Fawning Diplomat. It's only 7 Fate, kinda hard to choose which to buy. Just passes. See a bid of 2 to 3. Bill being a bit conservative, but not too conservative. I think it's a reasonable bid. Scorpion player getting the right bid to have a box activation if they bid 1. or if Bill bids 1. Trying to steal an extra draw, but coming up a little bit short. So if this attack is finalized, it'll be 6 skill with another 6 in hand from Kachiko or another 4 in hand from the 2 Adaptive Shadows. No other buffs, although the maximum skill they could get to, I believe, comes from pulling in Kachiko and honoring her. Yeah, so Bill committing all of his political defenses to this, which he has to be sure that it won't break. Hi Mittens, we're 20 minutes in and there's 5 broken provinces, so a bit different from the last game. Bill aggressively tempoing into the Scorpion player trading provinces. As of now, he's on the back foot. We know there's 2 Adaptive Shadows in the Scorpion hand, and several cards were revealed in Bill's hand a little while back. We know he still has Sashimono, Master of the Spear, 2 Dead Censures, and 1 Court Games, I think. Yeah, Kachiko. So this is potentially disastrous for Bill. Kachiko can send someone home, and if honored, Scorpion player will be at 15. And this Scorpion player does play Outwit, and I can swim. So a lot could still happen here. Fan is very good for Bill, played after Kachiko's effect. Still vulnerable to Outwit. Yeah, we see one of the 2 Outwits. Outwits are very good at sealing stronghold fights, played more back in the core format. Not played so much anymore. Quite good for this exact scenario, though. Court Games and an Adaptive Shadows could do it here. Yeah, you'd want to leave the Gunso in unless you're pretty sure you can break, because priding it back down to normal or to ordinary would be pretty good. I don't think there's attachment control. There's 3 calling in favors. You could call in favors onto the Illusionist. Something like that. In Bill's list, I think it's just more fans that are available to him. I guess the 1x guard duty. Um, he's got 5 fate. So any of these options are there. There's a court games in, or no, he played the court games. I mean, Bill's happy to lose by 8, and then swing crack back on Void, completely screws up Liger. But I think Liger intends to win here. He only needs one more skill from here. I like putting the fan on the Illusionist, although it's unlikely to matter. Yeah, getting that skill from the Illusionist's ability. Bill needs a card here or he's done. He has the Master of the Spear. That was revealed earlier.
At the inopportune moment, Bill is about to lose his stronghold. Oh no, he passed! Wow, Bill defends.
Alright, chat, let me know how the levels are for Anil here.
Was that just the greediest defend in the world?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm muted. I didn't hear myself on the stream.
Okay, let me...
OBS. There should be desktop and then...
Alright.
I'm very quiet and kind of staticky. Okay.
I think you should be at roughly the same level as me now.
You have to change my volume in Discord also. Okay, cool. Soldier Chicken says that's good. Alright, well, I come in and I see Bill making the greediest defense I've ever seen. Unless he knew the hand.
No, he didn't know the hand from any game effect. He might have known the hand from Bill knowledge.
All 1X's I see.
Yeah, and interestingly, Liger is on 1 fate with 2 Adaptive Shadows in hand right now, so...
So that's kind of awkward, where if you... Did you play the Kachiko with Fate this turn, or was that...
Yeah, just that 1 fate. I don't quite understand
Yeah, so
that.
if he had just played her with 0 and then played the Adapt, he would have won?
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
Or played her with 2 and not lost her this turn.
Yeah, right, so it's 0 or 2 is the correct line, I think?
Yeah, because this is already a 6 skill threatening 9. Not even bringing the Gunso.
Yeah, he's probably gonna use the Gunso to make a political attack to get the airing. Interesting that we see a skirmisher with 2 fate. That's so much fate on the skirmisher.
Yeah, that's from Feast or Famine. It was a 3 fate Miyako in round 1.
Oh, so this thing's just been hanging around, huh? Right.
Yep. I don't know if you saw Bill's deck list is called Sticky Swarm. I was like, round 1 he gets a 3 fate skirmisher. I guess that's pretty sticky.
He's been testing this with me. This is his latest iteration on trying to innovate in Lion. It still not very good against Dragon. Just to let people know. So
the stronghold is entrenched here.
We can see political Earth here, and then you set up 2 fate on the airing for yourself next turn.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah, he's already gonna win favor.
Master of the Spear is pretty hard to deal with starting from blank board.
Bill's got two of them, right?
Yeah, he's got the one that's in play right now, and one more in the deck.
Yeah, yeah, Soldier Token. It's pretty bad. I can't remember the last time I lost to a Lion player.
Attacking water first to get a bigger political swing would be good. He could still go void second.
Yeah, I don't think he must not have had enough. Oh, we see a stand your ground. Wow. He must not have had enough political skill to break with the water. So void is just better. I'm surprised he didn't attack actually and get the Earth Ring.
Yeah, I think he could have gotten another ring effect there.
I don't know what card he was afraid of.
No, there's nothing. His opponent isn't on dragon, and all the provinces would be face up. And
Well, yeah, you can't Fury the Gunso anyway. We see a brawler. We see a brawler and a staging ground here. This could just be. This just could just be it here.
yeah, let's think about what the defense could even look like. Bill has enough honor to bid 5. Um,
Yeah, we're just gonna see all in military on the stronghold. Lion specialty.
yeah.
First player all in
With
stronghold.
Master of the
Uh,
Sphere in the conflict, there's 2 Adepts of Shadows in hand, but it hardly even matters. There's just not enough skill on the table for Scorpion to defend against a
yeah,
6 character attack.
he's gonna play the berserker. He's gonna flip with staging ground. He can get on to zero fate if he wants. Wow, he flips a tactician and a Cabe guard. So yeah, you can guard, and then if you attack air, you can play another Master of the Spear if you have one. This is going to be a brutal attack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that +8 skill from your stronghold is pretty good.
Yeah, the Lion Stronghold is sometimes just insane, right? Like, when it's doing its thing, it just feels like just the Nut Stronghold.
So let's think about what could even happen on 8 Fate. I don't think a whole heck of a
Bill could
lot.
accidentally hit the concede button.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
about
that would
it.
be, yeah. Wave the Scorpion dishonors the Gunso. 24-0. He could charge the tactician. I guess he would have charged the tactician first.
Putting the brawler down to 2 skill.
All right.
2
So we're at
skill is
22
still
to
enough
0.
to bow anything he could play into this.
Wave the Lion on Brawler.
Back up to 5. I mean,
There's some adepts.
it's not
There's
gonna
some
matter.
adepts in his hand, Joe.
Yeah, I was just saying that 2 after the stronghold and the Soshi, 2 is still enough to bow the adepts. Like, it's just silly. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's just no way. Wow, Matt might be kicking himself here for not trying to all in and break. I mean, maybe like the correct line is you're just supposed to all in on that political attack because there's no way you're gonna defend the military.
So Anil, did you hear about the the crane game where it's Micah and
I
Largeness?
I was Chris was talking to me about it in our team chat and felt from what I saw and what I was watching, it definitely felt like he got a little unfortunate in the variance, but it looked like Micah still played it well.
I think both players played it exceptionally well. I was just going to draw attention to the fact that we just had 7 breaks in 34 minutes compared to an hour and 9 minutes for the first break in the other game.
Oh, it took that long to get the first break? That's pretty sick.
Chris just conceded after the first break actually, because it set up a noble sack on his guest of honor, and
Oh,
they were
sure. So he,
basically
he
out
was
of
just
cards. Yeah.
yeah, he was just dead. That's fair. Chris said Chris said in the team chat he was like my run with my experiment with Shugenja Crane is over. They can't all be zingers.
Yeah. I mean, no one can necessarily say that Chris doesn't know what he's doing for deck building, but I think he held on to that one for a little too long.
Well, I mean, he did it for a full season, right? Like that.
Yeah.
Then he's just done with it. If he goes into it with another season, that might be holding on to it for too long.
But there's so many young impressionable cranes that he's impacted with it.
He has, and then they've tried it and realized that it's still not the greatest. I don't know. I I personally didn't like that list of his, but I definitely think that it's a cool, innovative list. So I mean, like, I'm glad someone like him exists in the community.
Oh, I agree. I like players who can come in and consistently perform well with multiple decks and give us different perspectives, like Waning Hostilities and Crane. It's definitely good stuff. So for those listening who don't know, my co-caster is Mind's
It's
Desire,
11 p.m. Eastern, Mittens.
and he's playing in the Season 4 Discord Cup Finals in 2 hours. It's going to be on Rega's stream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone who's here now should stay up for that. And that's the grand finals of the Season 4. So, pretty awesome. And with that, I think we're going to wrap up this stream. Thanks for coming to join me at the end there, Mind's Desire. And
Thanks. Yeah.
we'll probably be back at some point soon for more Season 5 action and Last Chance Qualifier action. So thanks for watching, guys.